All righty. All right. So did it ask y'all for permission?
Um, yeah. This says,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's start with introduction. So, and we have a certain introduction so we can really know who we're talking to. It's your name, zip code, what you want to see happen before you leave this earth. That lets us know what's dear to your heart. So I'm Cy Smith, 46402 is my zip code. And before I leave this earth, I want to see our people loving each other, supporting each other, doing business with each other while traveling back and forth between here and Africa as if it's not a big deal. Jackie, you want to go next?
I'm Jacqueline Harris, area code 60620. Um, just peace and more development in communities in the world, really.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. All right, Darlena.
Okay, what was the question? It was frozen for a second.
Yeah, just your introduction, your name, zip code, what you want to see happen before you leave this earth.
My name is Darlena Battle. Zip code is 60617, and I want to see that unity come together. We need to come
Spoken
together.
well. Spoken well. Excellent. And we are expecting west side of Danielle to get on and east side of Evan Credit. So when they join in, we'll have the complete Tuesday agenda that I want to talk about. So the National Block Club University has this 7 daily living habits, and the habit of Tuesday is Education Day. So we are saying every Tuesday, can we make sure that we're doing something to support, enrich, enhance education from all of our students through college, you name it, anything to be stronger from an academic standpoint. If you grown and retired, still boost your vocabulary on Tuesday. Learn a new word. But the point is, with that habit, we're gonna just keep pushing education
Also,
because.
it could be
Oh, go
towards
ahead, Jack.
it could be towards us and the community. Is that what you're saying?
It's yeah, it's globally, right? Yeah, it's globally. So in every jurisdiction, wherever you at, what can you do to just get a little bit more insight and perspective?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that slide up so y'all can see it. But so there's 4 Tuesdays a month. There's 4 Tuesdays a month. So I want to show you guys this slide. I just typed this up after I got everyone to agree to getting on the Zoom here. So if you look at these 4 boxes here, you'll see your name in one of these 4 boxes. This is only a recommendation. We want to get you guys' thoughts on it. I want to explain it here. So every Tuesday is Education Day. So what you're looking at is how we broke down the 13 grades that make up the 4 Tuesdays. So if you look at the first box there, it's kindergartner through third graders. That's the first Tuesday of the month. So that's literally, we call it YT1. And that's a code that'll make sense later. But it stands for yellow. The T stands for Tuesday, and the 1 stands for the first Tuesday. So that's kindergarten through third grade is the YT1, the first Tuesday of the month. If you go to the right, you see fourth grade through sixth grade. That's YT2. So that's the yellow. It's Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday of the month, which is today. And it's fourth through sixth grade. Danielle, when she get on, we want to see what her thoughts on that. If you go down to the bottom on the left, have seventh through eighth grade. Evan Credit is attributed there. That's YT3. So that's the third Tuesday of the month. And then Darlena, 9th through 12th grade, which is high school, 9th through 12th grade. And so this covers
I'm here.
all Tuesdays. Who's that?
Darlena.
Oh yeah, no, can you see the slide? I just spoke your
I
name
did. I
because
see the slide. I
okay,
just keep walking to the other side. I'm changing my work clothes, so
okay. No, I appreciate you taking time being on. So this call, still working to get ready. Okay, Danielle said she's working on getting it on. So this call is about getting y'all thoughts on this, but I wanted to relax you that it is a whole lot of other people doing the work. What you guys would represent is leadership to help headquarters or help me make sure that we start getting money to these grade students. Like that's the real gist of what we're going to be doing. not so much on the academic side, but on the resource side. And I'm gonna show you guys how that looks. But when you hear me say that, what comes to y'all mind with this structure here?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, is it negative? Is it positive? Is it like what's the emotional response when you see something like this?
Okay, so you put us in these different groups. We're I guess you're gonna explain more what we're supposed to be doing with them, or how we're supposed to
Yes.
just target these people, sorry, these students in these grades. How way we find them, or do we just?
Yep. Now I'm definitely about to answer those. So these buckets, let's just say these buckets, there are blocks assigned to each one of these buckets. So let me show you guys that. Let me put that slide up so you can see it. So right here, and it's so small writing. I hope that's the right one. Nope, that's the wrong one. It's the next one. Okay, so here we go. Now, fasten your seatbelt here. I don't want to confuse you too much, but I want to relax you with looking at this. So this says new lifestyle shopping menu, and it's our decoder. This decodes what I'm about to share with you. We have from Fullerton, which is 2200 North in Chicago, all the way to Argyle Gardens. We have from Austin all the way over to the lakefront. So we have that. That's our jurisdiction, you guys. That's really Black Chicago. Each one of these V's in front of these numbers represents villages. And villages are small, manageable areas. It's like 16 blocks together. So every one of these villages is really between 12 and 20 blocks. But I like to say 16 just so you can wrap your brain around that. 4 blocks north, 4 blocks east and west. Just picture it like that. So every one of these are villages. Now, this doesn't tell you where these villages are per se, but let me just tell you what the coding means. The V is for the term village. The first two numbers is your zip code's last two numbers. Let me say that again. The first two numbers are the zip code's last two numbers. So if we look at the first one, it says village 1502 Winnetka. So that's zip code 60615. Underneath that is fourth graders. It's a village 1504. That's 60615 still. Underneath that, it says travel 1507 village number, but that's still 60615. Do that make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you why this matters, why this is important. National Black Code University exists to stop this killing out here. And these villages were created so that we can create a circle around where people are being shot, killed, stabbed, and raped. So that's why the villages matter, is because we need to go block by block inside of a concentrated area. We call it villages. So we can get to know as much as we can inside that concentrated area we call villages. And once we gather information on all the stuff inside that concentrated area we call villages, we got to have a place to refer that stuff out. So if I'm in the village 1502 and I meet a third grader, I'm giving that over to Jackie. Hey, Jackie, here's a male third grader, 1502 village. So now Jackie knows this third grader separate from the third grader on the west side because he lives in village 1502. Let me pause there. Give me y'all thoughts on that.
Oh, why can't I remember my zip code?
You're 20. Yeah, you're 20. Yes.
Okay. Oh, it says 10th graders.
Yep.
So
Yep.
how is it that I'm dealing with 10th graders when I'm dealing with K through 3? I'm confused.
Perfect question. Perfect question. So, Darlene, you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, as long as you can hear me. As long as you can hear me. So watch this. So we have 10 different layers of leaders. 10 different layers. I'm not going to go into all of them, but what I want to say to you, each one of these villages, the leader in charge of that whole area is called a mayor. So there's a village mayor for every one of these villages. that mayor is the single point of contact for anything inside that village. So when I talked to you, Jackie, about your zip code being linked to first graders and 10th graders, that's not for you. That's for Governor Pam Dominguez, because she's over the whole zip code. So I just gave you that so you would have a glimpse on what work is being done. Now, Village 2002 is right there on 83rd and Wallace. It's right there in that area there that you met Deborah Riddle. I introduced y'all through text. Remember that?
Right.
Right. So Deborah Riddle, she lives inside of the village responsible for 10th graders for the whole Black Chicago.
Oh, wow.
So you don't live in that village, but you live in the zip code that ultimately is responsible for it. So I just want y'all to know every one of these roles is someone specifically living within the geographical boundary that's responsible for the whole city when it comes to that subject matter.
Oh.
It's deep. It's deep. But this is why when we hear about 18 shot, 4 kill, that's deep. That killing just don't happen. It's a lot of stuff intermingled together. And this 108 villages you see here, it's gonna put Chicago in a place where they not go kill each other because they so super organized. Like every block is linked to this, linked to that, connected in Africa, linked. Like there's no way around this web that's gonna allow us to make sure we know each other, we supporting each other. There's layers of support. So that's how this is like on steroids organized. What do y'all think?
Oh my goodness.
Wait, let me show you the next one. Now, let's stick with those three over there, 1502 or 407. Now I'm going to bring up when they meet. When they meet, those blocks only. Pull that up. And I want y'all to see when they meet. Not y'all, when they meet. Only them, those blocks. So watch this. This tells you when they meet right here. Stick to those same villages, 1502, 1504, 1507. This where that code comes in at. So the B is for blue, S is for Saturday, and it's the second Saturday. So Village 1502 meets every second Saturday at noon.
Wait a minute.
Those blocks, that's when they should have their meeting every second Saturday at noon. 1504 was fourth graders. So that's the first Saturday of each month at 2 o'clock. So all those blocks, and that's around 54th and King Drive, 54th and Calumet. So those blocks should meet every first Saturday at 2 o'clock. And on their agenda is the fourth graders all over Black Chicago, because their blocks are designed for fourth graders. That's what we gave them as a responsibility for the whole city. So when they have their once a month meeting, they should go over the list, Jackie, from any fourth graders. Well, you don't have fourth grade. That'll be Danielle. Any fourth graders that Danielle got from any source, it goes to that village that anchors all fourth graders in the whole city.
I just see times. I don't see I just see times listed next to the
So the code, see the code tells you when, right? So that S is Saturday and the 1 is the first Saturday.
I don't see any.
The B
right next
at B1502, you see it say B is in boy, S is in Sam 2. That's for Saturday, the second Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, but what does the first letter stand for? The B, the Y, the V.
There you go. That's a color. It's only 3 colors, so it'll never be no other beginning other than yellow, green, and blue. Yellow, green, and blue. You won't never see no Z because it always is yellow, green, or blue. Okay. And if you notice, you see it matches the color of the village numbers. Them B's are blue. The numbers is blue. Yeah. That's a bad example, so don't ignore that for now.
No, but we know now.
Huh?
Say we know now. What's today? Tuesday.
No, so yellow is Tuesday. So you see the yellow ones, you see all them T's, them Tuesdays, first Tuesday, second Tuesday.
What is today? Tuesday?
Today is YT2. Today is the second Tuesday because July 1st was the first Tuesday.
Okay. So no, what I'm saying is we learned something today on Tuesday.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Say we learned something today on Tuesday, right? Ain't Tuesdays the day you learn?
Always keep learning till you die. Keep on learning. So now see the times 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Remember I said there's no 5 o'clock. That's why we jumped on here on 5 because it doesn't interfere with the 6 o'clock meeting that's coming up.
Okay.
So what this is, they're separate people. Like Charles Robinson, he's our 4 o'clock director. So his job is to be on all the 4 o'clock meetings. So whenever you see 4 o'clock, no matter where it is in Chicago, he's on the 4 o'clocks. So whenever you see 4, that's Charles Robinson. He's the time coordinator for 4 o'clock. And so we got leaders for 7 o'clock, leaders for 12 o'clock. And their job is to make sure that they support the villages at that time.
All right. So how do we connect with them?
Perfect question. We don't want everyone connecting with them right away because first of all, everyone is volunteers. So no one's getting paid. So we don't want everybody calling people houses. So what we want to do, is we want to make sure we introduce leaders. So that's why I wanted you guys as leaders. So now I can trust introducing you to the other leaders because we want to make sure leaders and leaders are connected and we're not giving the public access to the leaders and they getting a zillion questions. It's a certain pathway that we want to take for that. Do that make sense?
Okay. So have you described what leaders do again?
Well, leaders are just trusted people that we trust to keep communication flowing, because that's what this whole thing is. It's when like Jackie, let's take your block for instance. When we met that 12th grader that you told us we had 2 12th graders on your block, there's a 12th grade village. And so that 12th grade village, I had to make sure that that village on the paperwork, it marked down 2 12th graders. So when we raised the money to get them, it came out of that village's records because there's records for all of these. So it wasn't just, we just sent money, it's paperwork because everything is tied back to some blocks.
Okay.
Now let's put this up to further make this hopefully make sense to you guys. So watch this. This here is what we want to see filled up. And this would be like the main responsibility that I'll be asking of you guys. It's called money available. We want this thing showing millions of dollars, y'all, millions. This is abomination, this little money here. It should show millions. So the way this should work is it's all K through 12th graders here. On the left, you see all the 13 grades right there. Right next to it, how much money do we know is sitting there right now for people? And the key here is the date, because this thing can change in a heartbeat, right? So you want to make sure you got the date. Y'all see the money next to it?
Right.
So 4th graders and 8th and 10th graders, money, right?
Right.
Now, the next categories are the months, and we try to look 6 months out, right? So July, August, September, October, right? So right now, that $100 that we saying is available for 4th graders, look when it's available. Y'all see that?
It's available.
Look straight across.
January.
January next year.
Wow.
Right. See how that works?
Yeah.
It don't have to be like that. When I show you who's assigned to 4th graders, police officer, you can make one phone call to your cousin who's a police, say, hey, I need you to put in $20, $50, whatever. And that immediately goes into the July bucket. Now it's available this month. So I want y'all to see the whole thing is to make this a real document that is constantly being updated by zip code. So that way people can access the money for our children and they can have hope that the people are putting their money behind them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's a thing of beauty, y'all. It's like, now let's go to who's putting the money up so y'all can see that. Because remember, we're recording this so people can see this too later. So who's putting the money up? Let's go to that so y'all can see who we leaning on to put money up. So here is what every block should have. So inside the village, if the mayors of the village is doing the census, we're constantly finding out who are the painters, the plumbers, the roofers, who are the 8th graders, 9th graders, 10th graders. This is the work. When I hear about shooting and killing, I know this work is not being done, so we're not even in position to really affect it, because the shooter, before they become a shooter, could have been an 11th grader that loves bricklaying, and we didn't get to him quick enough.
Get to
If we
him.
would have got to him quick enough, he could have been out in Gary, Indiana with the brick masons doing some brick work.
Yeah.
So this is the preventive work if we do the research and get to know the people so we can get everyone in alignment. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Just work and make magic, make it work.
But do you see how it really is simple? But if you're trying to look at the big picture, it gets convoluted. What do you think about that? That way of looking at it. So fourth grade, let's go back to fourth grade. So those areas around now, 54th and King Drive, we telling them, you got fourth graders only. Don't worry about 10th grade, 8th grade. No, you have fourth graders. So what we're saying to you, this the village, not y'all. What we saying to the village over there, when y'all had y'all once a month meeting, you know when, the first Saturday of the month, 2 o'clock. When you had that first meeting, the meeting on the first Saturday of the month, you should be allocating where the money is going for that month. So you're looking at the money available. Okay, this month we got $600 available. Who requested money for their fourth graders? What organization requested money? So now let's get the money to them. Who gave the money? Landscapers gave the money. Police gave the money. Snow removal companies gave the money. Detectives gave the money. Bricklayers and beauticians. See how that works?
So are these organizations you already have in place, or we have to find these people in these areas when we do it?
Watch this. Now watch this. Thank you for asking. Now watch this. That's a perfect question. Let's go to the next slide. So Tuesday is Education Day. That's why I'm talking to you guys Tuesday, right? But look at our Wednesday people. So tomorrow is economics. So tomorrow I'm gonna be on the phone with economic people. Economic people. So let me show you who those economic people are. Let's go right here. I don't have a person in there. Let's get you somebody with somebody's face so you can see somebody's face. All right, Darrell Black. Darrell Black, he's the third Wednesday of the month. See BW3 next to his name over. So that means I'm only talking to him on the third Wednesday of the month, y'all. Third Wednesday. Darrell Black is responsible for all the accountants, barbers, dentists, doctors, funeral homes, landscaper, lounges, massage, skincare, and moving companies. He's only responsible for that. Those businesses, not all the rest, not beauticians, nope, just these. Every one of these professions is linked to a grade. So you just asked the question, Jackie, do y'all have to talk to the businesses? No, because guess who's talking to the business? Darrell and the other BW people.
Okay.
So Darrell is talking to them, convincing them to come off the money to the grade that they're assigned to. Once they agree, like let's look at the barbers, right? Let's go right across from barbers, and you see what we call RBS. That's the residents, that's the businesses, and the students working together. The residents, they buying black. The businesses put money into the students. So that's what RBS is. That's the cycle that should keep repeating. Residents support the businesses, businesses support the students. Do it again. Residents, your RBS, right? Keep that going. So barbers, if you look at it, they meet every third Monday. See code GM3. So every third Monday at 7 o'clock are all the barbers meeting. All the barbers meet third Monday of the month. And you see the village that's responsible for keeping that list together. 2801, that's out in Roseland. Forget that alphabet. I don't want to confuse you, but you see factory next to it. All our villages, I consider them factories because of the jobs they're going to create. What do factories do? They ship, receive, and they have administration. Ship and receive. Every village, we gave them something to have a factory for. So fourth grade university is a factory to us over there on 54th and King Drive. So what we're saying to them is if y'all support this concept, we're going to have to hire people in this area to keep up with all the fourth graders. all the schools connected with the fourth graders, all the businesses that's giving money for the fourth graders. That's real work. So y'all gonna be shipping money out to the people who need it for the fourth grade. Y'all gonna be receiving money from the businesses linked to them. This is real work, shipping and receiving.
Wow.
That's down the line. We're not there yet, but that's just down the line. I want y'all to just know that's what the goal is. But now underneath that, you see BW1. That's when the grade that's linked to them meet, and that's eighth graders. If you see eighth graders, so every first Wednesday, the eighth graders, not the eighth graders, the leaders, the village 2820 meets, and they're discussing all the eighth graders and what their needs are and how we get money to them. I know that's a lot. Let's shoot holes through this. What do y'all think? Keep it real, Jackie. Keep it real. It seems like it's too much?
It's just me. And sometimes I have a hard time processing stuff. So I have to you probably gonna have to say this to me a million times before I get it.
But your heart is in the right place, and that's what matters more than how many reps it take to get it. Like, we don't care about that.
Okay.
We've been in bad shape for a long time. So
oh my goodness.
What you're seeing right now, though, what's in your spirit besides possible, questions? Like what do you think?
I guess I'm still like, what is exactly that I need to do so I'm supposed to be a leader. So what I'm just making sure, I'm still stuck. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? I see what everybody else is doing.
No. Let's look at this. So I asked you to cover kindergarten through third grade, right? So right here, if you look at Darrell's sheet, do you see any K through third graders listed in any of them boxes?
No.
So this doesn't apply to you, this sheet here, because there's no K through third grade. So in this regard, with BW3, you don't have to worry about nothing.
Right.
Let's take, though, because we do, I think Evan joined us here. Or is that Danielle? Somebody joined us. Yep, Danielle. Hey, Danielle. Can you hear us, Danielle? She might still be moving around, but Danielle joined us. I'm gonna go to Darlena. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I want to keep going, Danielle. Then I fill you in. I just wanted you to see if you can keep where we at. Just flow with us here. So what's being discussed right now is how on Wednesdays, being Economic Day, their job is to get these businesses to start to know each other and commit to giving back to the students. All businesses in Black Chicago. Darrell is the third Wednesday guy. Let me give y'all Mike Perkins so y'all can see Mike Perkins. So you can see these are the Wednesday people, because every Wednesday is Economic Day to us. Every Wednesday is Economic Day. So we got our Tuesday people that's focused on our students. Then the next day, we got our business people focused on Black businesses and how to grow them and make them stronger. Okay, let me pull that one up. Mike Perkins. Is that him here? I can't really see. There he is, Mike Perkins. So Mike Perkins, he's the first Wednesday. You see BW3 up there in the corner?
BW1?
BW1, yep, sorry about that. Right. Look at the businesses assigned to Mike Perkins under the first Wednesday. He have anyone in apparel, anyone that make t-shirts, anyone that does hair, beauticians, any chefs. He got the DJs, he got entertainers, all entertainers, sports, theater, music. He got farmers, he got restaurants, seamstress, and travel agents. So he's getting all of them on the phone, on the Zoom, on the first Wednesday of each month. They just had that last Wednesday, good turnout, and those leaders got to know each other across Black Chicago. So that's it. Just know the first Wednesday, that's good because owners are getting to know other owners. What we're saying to all of them owners is RBS is needed. We need residents, businesses, and students. We need the residents buying Black, the businesses giving back to the students. And if we keep that cycle going, now our dollar's circulating. And this is BW1. Any thoughts on that one?
It's like the Green Book.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think we got 5 in the house. Now we are complete. Let's see what time it is. We ready, y'all. We got Evan Credit on and Danielle. We did our introductions, y'all, but if y'all don't mind, because this is a victory to have all 4 of y'all on at the same time. So let's go back to you, Jackie, your introduction real quick, and then Darlena, and then we go have Danielle and Evan follow y'all.
Hi, I'm Jackie Harris. I live in 60620, and I just look for peace and development in the communities and I guess around the world. Mm-hmm.
All right, Darlena, you got it.
Okay, this is Darlena. My zip code is 60617, and I'm looking for unity between, not just us, but everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So Danielle, name, zip code, and what you want to see happen before you leave this earth. You might be on mute. Okay, we'll come back. Evan, you got it. Evan, same thing, man.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Evan Credit 60628.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to see before I leave this earth, oh man. Unity, but actually, because I'm a Pan-Africanist, Black folk from across the diaspora, whether you're from Africa, Canada, North America, South America, Caribbean, Asia, getting to know each other, getting to know their history and getting to know each other and stop acting like, stop acting all brand new, like, I'm like, I ain't this, I ain't that. All came from the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had a little taste of colonialism. Just, the flavor might be a little different. It might have went down differently, but everybody had a little taste of it.
Right.
Well, what you're gonna appreciate, and Danielle, we want to hear from you too. I'm gonna put this up so you can appreciate this. When you talked about the Pan-Africanism, I'm gonna show you what they do while we still sleep. This was last Tuesday. That's in Senegal. You see that code?
Oh, YT for first Tuesday?
That's you, YT1. That's all the way from West Africa, Senegal, right there.
Oh, wow. So they'll be on the call too, when the leaders, not the leaders, but the mayors have their meetings, so they're involved in the meeting too? Or
it's 108 meetings, so everyone is at different meetings. So everyone isn't in the same. So they got their own meeting and whatnot. This is today. This one here, this is from today. This is YT1, which is Senegal, saying to YT2, which is Sierra Leone, we support you. So
you kind of
looking at there.
You kind of faded out. I can't hear you. Your microphone is on mute. And Darlena, yours is on mute too.
No, sorry about that. When people call, it does that automatically.
Oh,
but
okay.
This is Senegal making their sign up, showing love to Sierra Leone. Because Senegal is every first Tuesday, Sierra Leone is every second Tuesday. So that's why they're representing where they're from and where they're showing love to, which is YT2, which is today. And Nigeria is the headquarters for all the signs. So they help Sierra Leone and they help Senegal know what the codes are every day so they can make the signs and let us know.
Oh, wow.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, y'all. So the point is, what Evan said, this is how we literally going to be able to change the world strategically, block by block, and us being integrated everywhere. So this is what we got on for Evan. You see, we got you linked under the 7th and 8th graders. You see your name there on the left side on the bottom.
Okay, because right now I'm having trouble because my screen is gone black.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, just know 7th and 8th graders, which I know everyone can handle all the grades. Just know where you live at played a big part in why this was selected this way. And Darlena got the high schoolers because her zip code 60617 is the headquarters for all of Chicago's teachers. And so they got all the grades technically over there, but just that's why Darlene is crucial for that area. All our teachers is the second Saturday of the month, which is her zip code's once a month duty day.
Okay.
All right, Danielle, you're listening in. We asked you to help us with 4th through 6th graders. And all of these roles, the biggest thing is to help with the flow of information. You don't have to touch no money, but the flow of information. And we're getting ready to go back to school. In every zip code, they do not have the list of all the kindergartners, all the 12th graders, all the 8th graders. That's where we want to get to one day. We just nowhere near there yet. And so it starts with on your block, how many 12th graders, how many 5th graders. We just got to get all the blocks to get in that mindset that once you tell us we got Darlena who go help us keep the list. We got Evan go keep the list. We got Danielle, we go ahead. So just know that's the role is information management. But do that make more sense, Jackie?
Yeah.
Because this can overwhelm you big time. It's so much. You talking about 1 million Black people. So imagine trying to manage that. You better be organized.
Oh my goodness.
So I want to show you guys this. And let me go and show the money part, because that way, Danielle, you guys can see it. So this is what should be happening here. And this is kindergarten through 12th grade. So y'all heard the breakdown. So K through 3rd grade, we're going to work with our superstar Jackie on that. 4th through 6th grade, Danielle, if you agree, we're going to work with you on that. 7th, 8th grade, we got Evan credit there. And then the 9th through 12th grade, we got Darlena. So the fact that all of y'all are getting to know each other, that gives Black Chicago K through 12th grade coverage. And every one of these areas, we want to have the businesses committing money on schedule, so they can commit money up to 6 months out, y'all. I ain't got no money, man. We'll do it in October, do it in November. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we giving you time, right? So we just want your commitment so we can know what's available. That makes sense, y'all?
So we reach out to them and then they know what to do.
You don't, because that's what BWs do. Remember? That's Mike Perkins' job. They already talking to the apparel, the chefs. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. We just an informant is out to spread the word.
Now your job is part of issuing the money. Because look at it. We finding out who the kindergartners are. We finding out who the 8th graders are. We finding out. So that's the yellow agenda. That's the Tuesday agenda. Finding out who the students are, what their zip codes are, so we can know what villages they come from. So that's part of the Tuesday agenda. Then when 88th and Parnell ask for money for their 8th graders, that's going to come through you guys, essentially. It's going to go through their village, but their village ain't talking directly to headquarters. You guys are. So that's when we'll go through it. You'll say to me, Darlena, look, we gave this 2nd grader money 3 times in a row. I know they keep asking, but this ain't balanced. That's when we get to that level. That's where you guys will have the most influence at, is making sure we're having justice out there in the neighborhoods.
Okay.
But the solicitation is going to come from the Wednesday guys, because they are already connected to the businesses. Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's enough for the overload. Just so y'all know, money wise, I just want y'all to see the money part. This is how we're funded, and this is how we want to always be funded. This here is the $1 agenda. Imagine 1 million people in Cook County doing $1 a month. That's $1 million a month. So that means that now that money available is real, because we collected all this money and we got to make sure the money is staying in the zip code where it came from. So that's the benefit of having it super organized like this. So money in, money out, zip code getting stronger, people getting to know each other. Students got their winter coats, winter boots. Graduations is supported. You name it, we there for each other. This here are the zip codes that we concentrate on. So you got the south side zip codes in green, you got the yellow for the west side zip codes, and then blue for the east side zip codes. Every one of these boxes is one person. This is a pyramid of 50 people. It's 50 boxes here. If we can't get 50 people in each zip code to commit to the $1 a month, we're not going nowhere. This is minimum stuff. This represents 1,000 people right here. 20 times 50 is 1,000. So this is a big, big deal on my end to help every one of our zip codes see the value in what I just presented to you, help us get the Tuesday agenda going, help us get the Wednesday agenda going, and we almost guaranteed to see a more close-knit zip code. What do y'all think?
Like it.
Yes, it's like it just has to, I guess, has to work.
You make it sound so hard.
Right.
It is hard. It's been the hardest thing I've ever worked on. I'm 50 years old. Yes, it is hard.
That's why I said it's hard.
I kid you not, it's the toughest thing I've ever had to work on, ever. I'm 50. Because you're dealing with our people who are traumatized, and therefore you got every reason not to do it, every excuse. You got, you name it, y'all. And that's why the more people you got helping, the better you go be, because this is pulling teeth on steroids right here.
I think it's a good idea. It's just like you said, it's just that's the downside to it, you know.
But the more pictures we have like this, though, let's go to you, Sister Darlene. I mean, Sister Jackie. Let's go here. The more pictures we have like this, which is why pictures is everything. This makes it easy.
See, if I would have just dressed a little better, had myself together.
Please, this is perfect.
You be on blast.
Nah, ain't nobody. That's only you talking. Ain't nobody feeling that way. Can't anybody else even notice? You see children holding up signs with money. Like, that's the beauty, and that's our dollars circulating with our children. Y'all see the grades, kindergartners, 8th graders. So this is the end result of everything we just talked about. Money available. Did it touch the young people? Are they smiling? Like, that's ultimately what we want to see happen. So we don't need to have another meeting like this where we got all 4 Tuesdays on at the same time. If you guys agree. And then, yeah, you didn't hear me say this, Evan, you didn't hear me say this, but all the work, 95% of the work is going to be done inside the villages, not with you guys. So this isn't something that's going to bog you down, I promise you. Because if we're doing the work that locals should be doing, we're not empowering the locals. So we want the locals to do 95% of the research, the connections, and all that stuff. And our job at a higher level is to make sure it's functioning and flowing together. So it's not a stress thing. But the connections you make, I think, enhance whatever you're working on as well. Any thoughts on that?
No, that makes sense.
Cool beans. Well, that's it. Evan, you got something that's coming up. You want to let us know what's going on?
Yeah, a couple things. Well, then how do I phrase it? There's no way other ways. We not married, but we still get along well. I know my ex-wife, she has a theater company called Nikki's Theater Company.
And know this being recorded, Evan, so don't say nothing you don't want the world to forever be able to hear again.
No problem, bro. No problem. She has a theater company, drama camp, that she's been doing for, and I've been with her. So we're doing for like the last 13 or so years.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, to 2 events coming up. July 19th, is doing like a love fest, a community festival. And the church that we've been working out of this year is on 84th and Damon. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But you know, you got the Lutheran, you know, you got the Lutheran Catholic Church on 83rd, and this one is down on 84th on the west side of the street on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be in the parking lot, and part of that it'll be like the students will be walking, you know, like they do a walkathon. They'll be doing the walkathon, and then when they come back, it'll be like, you know, we'll have food and games and stuff for the you know, for the community to whoever wants to come up there and take part.
Mm-hmm.
But looking for for the students, maybe you can get some sponsors for the students that, you know, on their walk, that they can, you know, raise money for the theater
What's the
company.
total y'all trying to raise? Like, what's the goal?
Well, you know, I always think big, so it's, you know, I'm gonna say as much as possible because I don't know how, because there's no quote unquote minimum limit.
But
Uh,
would 5,000 be disappointing?
oh no, it would not. 5,000 would be nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we just need parameters around the thought process, you know. So
Yeah,
that I just want to hear that.
about 5 grand. Yeah, you can you could sponsor a child, give however you want to give, you know, to the theater company, however you want to do that. The other thing on August 2nd, because at the end of each camp is always a big production. Will be a play, uh, which she always does. Also in that, also in that, in the camp, there's always an entrepreneurial concept in the camp.
Oh,
So the students, we had like 25, we had over 20 students. They have to pick a business, put together a business plan,
oh.
put together the product for the business, and at the end of the camp, that particular day after the play, they go out, they have an area set up for them, like a little village, and people can come in and purchase the product from the students, and the students get to keep their product. They keep the money that they make, they keep.
Oh, wow.
So, and actually it works because we had a few students that have gone on to really, you know, start their own businesses from, you know, from this. They made, like, you know, they pretty much paid for the camp and made a little bit more. So I think it would be great if, you know, the zip codes would come in, if she, you know, couldn't go to the play, you know, at least come through and, you know, buy from,
Yeah.
encourage whatever the young, you know, the entrepreneurs,
Yep.
and you know, and even, you know, and even talk to my ex, you know, Vanita, with Queen, and, you know, and about joining, say, next year. You know, you might have, you
Yeah.
know, students or whatever that you may want to join in the camp next year, because, you know, the
Right.
students who've gone through the camp,
We got 4 minutes,
they're
Evan.
okay. Nobody gotten in trouble. We had a couple of students have gone on to act in movies
Oh, wow.
and television series. So it's been in the honor roll students. So most of all, they started out young. They're now, a lot of them are in college now. So it's been a nice ride.
Oh, wow.
Now, Evan, what we want to do, Evan, and we'll talk offline, but I want everyone to hear this. Whoever has a block club or church or a group that's raising money, we want to have a conversation to look at all 4 quarters each for the whole year, so we'll know what quarters you're having your annual fundraiser, and that'll allow us to be on the prevention side, proactive side, because we know it's coming up. So that way, when we say 5,000, we know it's 5,000 next year. We can work toward that in a more strategic way. So just know
Mm-hmm.
that, Evan, we want to plan that. We do what we can now, but we want to know for the year when the fundraisers are.
Gotcha.
Okay, sounds good.
Excellent. Anybody got any other announcements?
No.
All right, this came to us this Saturday. They're going to be having this legal clinic. If anyone that needs to have some legal advice, it's 2 to 3:30 this Saturday on the west side at Brother Mandine Muhammad's Crow location, which is Western and Artesian.
Western. And so what time again?
2 o'clock to 3:30.
2 o'clock.
And their number is 773-925-1600. That's Brother Mandeen Muhammad.
Oh, okay. One more thing, on the, because I was thinking of saying, because you guys can you get in touch with me, or you can get in touch with Siron, and Sarah can get in touch with me.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, is everyone okay with? I want to put us share each other's number, but you guys talking isn't as important. You guys meeting is, because I'm gonna link you to the people under you for each grade. Like that's the ones that's crucial that y'all know each other. You guys are peer to peer on here, but once I link you to the persons over each grade, that's the development part that we need to make sure that relationship is off to a productive way.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank y'all for y'all time, and it's recorded, so you can go back and look at it again. And so the next step is next Tuesday, which is the third Tuesday. So Evan, that'll be me and you next Tuesday. Then the fourth Tuesday, Darlene, it'll be you. And I'm working on backups so that way you guys don't never have to stress if you can't do it. We want to constantly have layers of support. All right, y'all.
All right.